Hey folks, it's Bill from Little White Dory, and I filmed a video a little earlier. It's about 12 minutes. I'm going to try to make this one short, and it's going to get either added to the end or put at the beginning, depending upon my editing skills. But this is, I would say, my new obstacle is my tractor. And I also thought I'd throw in one of the fun things that we do here on Long Island. I'll take you along with me. It's something that some of you may be able to relate to, some of you maybe not. I'm curious to know how you deal with the situation I'm going to talk to you or show you about, one of my morning chores. It gets done on Sunday night for Monday morning, Tuesday night for Wednesday morning, and and Wednesday night for Thursday morning. So 3 pickups a week, and you get your garbage taken away. So this is the morning chore, getting the garbage can. And for those of you who've watched my channel and are wondering what it looks like this time of year here on Long Island, you can see the oak has got very few leaves. Our grasses over by the fence there are looking great. The silver maple still has some leaves. And otherwise, it's like a really raw fall morning. Gray season by the bay. We get a lot of humidity and moisture here. Our neighbor just had their hedges repaired, which is awesome. Now that we don't have to see the hedges that the car crashed into dodging the possum. And so it's a school day. So that's a school bus heading to the school down the block. And that's it. That's what it looks like here in Oakdale. And I'm heading inside. Make myself some breakfast. This is the status of the effects of fall. We're heading into winter on our pumpkins and our mums. They're toast. They'll be going soon. And some of these things are kind of pretty. I give Nancy some credit for choosing some things that have at least some character going into the winter. And I think they have that. Well, we have to, as you can see, we need to do some weeding. But these knockout roses have really been great. They just now are dead. And even still, when you look at them, the colors are sort of interestingly, almost like tells a story. It's like, it says it's seen better days. And you see a bud right here, like this one. Hope I can get it to focus. Right there. Versus the spent one over here. It's the same rose kind of, but it's been at different stages in life. Anyway, folks, this front garden is definitely in fall mode, heading toward winter. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Alright, YouTube, this is Bill from Little White Dory. This is my new obstacle that I have to navigate around to get the morning chores done. So, this is my Yanmar YM226. It's missing a plate that goes in here. That would be like a white sheet metal grill. But otherwise, this chair is not from a tractor. It's from a fishing boat, from a bass boat. And it's kind of comfortable, I guess. It could probably stand improvement. The wheel's a little small and a little low. I might see if I can do something about that. But she starts right up. She purrs. She's got all kinds of stuff I forget the rating on the 3-point hitch. It's a class 1. I'm going to guess maybe 1,800 pounds. I forget what the lift capacity is. And a nice long drawbar. None of the lights are working right now. I haven't had an opportunity to study the wiring diagram, but I suspect that there's a bad grounding somewhere. So we'll get on that. Anyway, that's what's in my way when I wake up in the morning now. And it's kind of a mild day. It's about 45 degrees maybe. A little humid, damp. Nothing that the chickens can't handle. They'll be happy when the sun comes out later, if it comes out later. And hello, chickens. So my chickens in the morning have 3 different gangs in here. I have my older chickens, my what I would call just about ready to lay, eggs, teenage chickens, and then I got the preteen chickens, in that I have a bunch of Buff Orpingtons and some Easter eggers that are a little younger, a little smaller, and they're the ones that are hiding as much as they can up high and as far away as they can from everybody else. So I think they like it when I get here at this time of the morning, because they know I'm going to release the birds, and the older birds will come out first. And I'm going to hedge my bet on that by taking just a little bit of scratch and priming the field, so to speak. Now that they know that there's something out there, I'm sure I'll get them to come out the way I want. But I've got to get in there and separate the youngest out so I can get them some of their feed. But before I do that, I'm going to put up what would you call it? A book challenge. So I was given this book by a woman who I had met through a friend of the family. It's her sister. And she is, at this point, I believe 89, 91. I think she's 92 years old. And she ran for many, many years a B&B out of her brownstone apartment house, or apartment building, whatever we would call it, her brownstone in Park Slope, Brooklyn. And she thought I would appreciate this book, and I did. Then I learned a little more about the book and thought, wow, okay, that gives me a little perspective. So I guess I have a challenge to read the book, or if you have read the book, tell me what you thought about the book. If you read it, I'm curious to think what you think about the book. Maybe we'll start a discussion with my birds. I got to get some chickens, so we'll start a discussion in the comments. Okay, back to the chickens. So I'm going to bet that the girls that are older are going to come running out, and you can hear the little girls getting picked on. Not viciously, but they're letting each other know who's boss. You see, now that's my problem. This girl just did the whole aerial escape. Flew the coop. Alright, let's get this tied up. This could be challenging. There may be some editing. So we'll see if I can get them. They may just come back past these girls. We'll see. Alright, girls. So these are the oldest ones. They're getting the scratch that I put out. They've got first rights. And there's still a little pecking order amongst them. But by and large, they get first choice. They will finish off what was there. So, alright, I got at least one that I can prime the well with here that didn't leave. And this is Blue. Buffy Blue. How are you? Buffy is probably the most social bird I've ever had. In that she likes to be pet. Right? Yeah, you do. Because I think you've figured out that when I come in here, food comes out. So I'm going to put some of the chick starter into this particular black rubber bucket, bowl, whatever you want to call it. And the problem is now I got to make the girls think that there's no reason to be in here. The little girls will stay because they'll probably find safety in here. But the morning routine to get the big girls out, let them think there's nothing better than just their regular food, that they should try their luck outside. Go ahead. Come on. Go ahead, Sydney. Go ahead. Go away. Go away. Yes, I think I've got all of the youngest in there. Let this string go. See you later, girls. So I think I'm good. Well, one of them's out. I'll have to see about trying to get her, but I gotta get these girls going. Yeah, you'll see that these girls want in, but they're not getting in. Worst part about this task is, in order to do that, your shoes get pretty messy. So I have these Crocs. I have multiple pairs, and I keep them just, when it's not freezing out, I get the garden hose out and I rinse them off, but it's messy. So we got the 5. Just should be starting to lay eggs shortly. Black Asian hens, pullets, and they'll cluster together. We're going to give away 2 of those. Let's see, the 2 that we're giving away is this one back here, I think, and this one here. One that's all black and one that's almost all black. And this one is one of the others. Is that you, Luna? Luna, you're looking much better than you've been. You were going through a mold. I think that's Luna. Yeah, you want to get back in there, don't you? She knows she's got to get in there. Problem is I got to get these girls away, so I got to use some scratch to give them an incentive to want to be in. Go ahead. Come on. So, oops, this is sort of like a game. Come on. Come on. Close. Almost. It's kind of funny because Sydney, come on. See, now this is like the funny part is it takes Sydney a while to realize. There we go. Well, that's part of the job. Now, if I'm lucky, I can get this one in here. There we go. So, mission accomplished. Now that way I have the youngest of the chickens in the coop cage. Sorry, I'm trying to get the cover back on the scratch bottle. I leave that here, just a little. And I use that for essentially training ABA techniques. And so now the little girls are in here and they're at the chick starter food. And I'll give them 15-20 minutes to fill their bellies on that. Then I'll let the other girls in, but they'll be forced to go to the adult food. So my pullets, I've decided to switch them over to a Leia formula early, just because it's easier. Anyway, before I forget my book on the top up here, little wet. The Egg and I. Give it a read. So long from Bill, so long from Little White Dory, and I hope you enjoy this past 12 minutes of what it's like here at Iona Homestead on Long Island. A very small homestead, but we own it. I would love to be able to put some implements on this and play right here, but there's too much sprinkler plumbing underneath. I wouldn't be able to do anything. So I'm just going to probably be driving around. So this is what my yard looks like now. Let's see what it looks like in a few weeks after I've been playing with my tractor. Okay, folks. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye. Alright, so let's do this as Bill. And I'll do one more thing. This is kind of like become a Sapper Gardener video with the and one more thing, but can't help it. So now everybody wants that little chick food, but I don't want them to have it because I want the older girls to have the calcium, including the pullets. I know they're supposed to have starter, but I really can't separate them. They're too aggressive for food. So I get in here, try to get this gate closed, and open this up. And get in there and get the bowl up and away from the floor. Now these girls might get pushed back in as soon as the floodgate opens, but I can save them for as long as I'm in here from the other girls and take this away, and I put it up here. Nobody has found it up here yet. Give the whoops water a tick. My electric hot plate works great if you have 110 volts. Anyway, let's get out of here. Now the little girls have to run the gauntlet. They're going to want to come around this corner here. I have to get out, turn around, get in, because now the floodgates are open. And we set the door. We hopefully give them a straight run out, and the smallest of the girls will dart away. And then when these girls really realize that there's no chance for them in here, the other little babies will come out too. Here comes one. It's Orange. Hello, Orange Buff. So now I'm going to pull the door open. And everybody can have access to the adult layer food in the back. I'll come back and segregate out. Actually, I have in the chicken tractors a supply of just the baby chick food. So hopefully later I can get the baby chicks over there and in there for a little while, separated from over here. It's a game. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. There's the cutter from the tractor. I have it parked in front of the car right now. I have to figure that out. And the girls, they have free range roam to the back, to that white fence along the side. They can't get in by the covered gardens, they can get around that chicken tractor unless I open the door, which I'm trying to keep them out of there except to use it for feeding for the little girls. And if I ever have to just put them out someplace, I can put them in there for a long time. Use that as their coop. Alright, so some of these girls are afraid to get out. And we'll catch up to you again. Bye-bye.